In a stunning turn of events, former FBI Director James Comey has been indicted on 2 serious charges, a development that intensifies the ongoing conflict between him and former President Donald Trump. This indictment is not just a legal matter. It symbolizes a broader struggle over the use of the Justice Department in political battles, raising questions about accountability and the rule of law. The charges against Comey include 1 count of making false statements and another for obstruction of justice, both stemming from his testimony before the Senate nearly 5 years ago. Interestingly, a significant number of grand jurors chose not to approve an additional charge of lying to Congress, which is quite rare, as grand juries typically do not reject proposed charges. Attorney General Pam Bondi stated that Comey obstructed a congressional investigation into the disclosure of sensitive information and made a false statement during his testimony. She pointed out that Comey claimed he did not authorize anyone at the FBI to act as an anonymous source, a statement the indictment alleges is false. Bondi emphasized no one is above the law, asserting that this indictment reflects the Justice Department's commitment to holding individuals accountable for misusing their power and misleading the public. This statement underscores the contentious atmosphere surrounding the case, as many view it as a politically charged maneuver. In response to the indictment, Trump took to Truth Social to express his approval, labeling Comey as one of the worst human beings this country has ever been exposed to. When asked about potential future charges against others, Trump hinted at more to come, stating, "It's not a list, but I think there will be others. I mean, they're corrupt." Comey, maintaining his innocence, shared a video on Instagram where he expressed his heartbreak for the Department of Justice, but also his confidence in the judicial system. He stated, "My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent, so let's have a trial and keep the faith." His attorney, Patrick J. Fitzgerald, firmly denied the charges, expressing eagerness to clear Comey's name in court. The arraignment is scheduled for October 9th in Alexandria, Virginia, with the case being overseen by U.S. District Judge Michael S. Nachmanoff, who was appointed by President Biden. The indictment was issued in the Eastern District of Virginia, just as the 5-year statute of limitations for charges related to Comey's September 2020 testimony was about to expire. During that testimony, Comey was questioned about the FBI's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, known as Crossfire Hurricane, which has been a source of frustration for Trump. Senator Ted Cruz, during the hearing, pressed Comey about his previous denials regarding being an anonymous source or allowing another FBI official to act as one. Comey reaffirmed his earlier statements, which the indictment now claims were materially false, fictitious, and fraudulent, alleging that he had indeed authorized someone to be an anonymous source. While the indictment does not specify the media leak that led to these charges, Cruz's questioning pointed to a leak involving Andrew McCabe, Comey's former deputy. McCabe's attorney had previously stated that McCabe authorized the release of information to a Wall Street Journal reporter regarding the Clinton investigation, which was done with Comey's knowledge. This claim arose during an investigation by the Justice Department's internal watchdog, which found that McCabe had not been truthful about his role in the disclosure. The Inspector General's report indicated that while it relied on the accounts of both McCabe and Comey, the evidence overwhelmingly supported Comey's version of events, suggesting that McCabe had indeed misled investigators. In a separate matter, the Inspector General also found that Comey had violated FBI policy by taking home unclassified memos detailing his interactions with Trump and allowing a friend to share one of those memos with a reporter. However, the report concluded that there was no evidence that Comey or his attorneys had leaked classified information. The indictment notably does not mention McCabe or the friend who shared the memo, Daniel Richman, by name. Comey testified from his home in McLean, Virginia, which is why the case falls under the jurisdiction of the Eastern District. These charges come shortly after Trump appointed Lindsay Halligan, his former defense attorney, as the interim U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. Halligan's appointment has raised eyebrows due to her lack of prosecutorial experience, and she is the only name listed on the indictment documents. Halligan described the charges as a significant breach of public trust, while the previous U.S. Attorney, Eric Siebert, resigned amid pressure related to prosecuting political opponents, including New York Attorney General Letitia James, who has faced accusations from Trump. Trump has expressed his frustration over the perceived inaction against Comey and other political adversaries, stating that the lack of legal repercussions is damaging to the reputation of his administration. He has repeatedly claimed that he has been unjustly targeted by legal actions, asserting that justice must be served. The relationship between Comey and Trump has been fraught with tension since Comey was dismissed from his position in 2017, a move that ultimately led to the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the election. Trump has consistently dismissed these allegations as a hoax, while Comey has been a vocal critic of Trump, labeling him as unfit for the presidency. This ongoing saga raises critical questions about the intersection of law and politics in America. As the legal proceedings unfold, many are left wondering, is this indictment a legitimate pursuit of justice, or is it a politically motivated attack? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.